And the Montana Food Bank Network supplies food to more than 170 food banks and pantries statewide, helping rural areas and reservations. But the network depends on some funding from the Federal Department of Agriculture. And now its challenge is greater than ever as food programs end up in the crosshairs of the latest DOGE budget cuts. MTN's Jill Valley has this morning's Montana Ag Report.
At the Montana Food Bank Network Distribution Center in Missoula, pallets of pork and pounds of potatoes will soon be on the way to feed people in all corners of the state.
This one is going to Wolf Point.
We do about 16 to 18 million pounds of distribution out of here every year.
But not this year. The USDA abruptly canceled part of the Emergency Food Assistance Program called CCC, or the Commodity Credit Corporation.
We have not experienced cancellations at this level.
And that means more than 300,000 pounds of food, more than $400,000 worth that Montana was scheduled to receive, will never arrive at this distribution center.
I think we saw this coming. I mean, they were starting to eliminate some school feeding programs and other federal assistance programs. So we were kind of waiting for this to happen, but really hoping that they would preserve the assistance to our communities.
The TFAP CCC funds are sent to the Montana Department of Public Health and Human Services from the USDA. Then a portion of that goes to the Montana Food Bank Network, which supports 171 food banks and pantries across the state. And of those, more than 70 qualify for this CCC assistance. And they rely on the high-value nutritional food that comes with the money. Things like milk, chicken, eggs, and cheese.
And this cancellation that we received of over 300,000 pounds is about 10% of what we ordinarily get on an annual basis. So just those cancellations alone, that does not include the ones that are paused until further notice. We don't know what that's going to entail yet.
Gail Carlson tells me food banks across the state have weathered the impacts of COVID, a recession, and government shutdowns before, turning to supporters and foundations to help fill the gaps when funds are low and demand is high. But as some fear, this might just be the beginning of a very lean time for food assistance in Montana.
And I don't think, unfortunately, this is going to be the end of the cuts. This is just one of the 3 avenues of TFAP that they have restricted now, and we don't know what will happen with the other 2. The plan is never to turn anyone away, but there may not be the large quantity that they can get on a regular basis.
In Missoula, Jill Valley, MTN News.